Hello everyone and welcome to my new channel. My name's Phil and thought that I'd take you on a journey with me, recording what I get up to, my experiences as a new rider, the things you have to factor in, lots of details really, lots of stuff that is relevant to if you're starting off and you want to learn more, or indeed if you're an experienced rider, you can tell me where I'm going wrong and what I can do better. In addition, I also have a few cars, so love cars, I have done for years and years and years, and so I will try and record some videos about the cars I've got. You can see a hint of one in the background there, as well as talk about new cars that I've been driving lately where I can. I work for a car company, so there's only so much I can tell you about the new stuff I'm working on, but it should be interesting and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let's get kitted up, let's get out of this damp, cold garage, and I'll go for a ride. Potholes. What a glorious, glorious day it is today. Ouch. Just got to watch out for a lot of icy patches because it will be very slippy today, so just going to do that. A lot of water on the road today, so much rain of late, it's been pretty crazy. Now, as a newbie rider, I do prefer to take it easy. I'll get up to speed a little bit when it gets straighter or drier. But as of right now, enjoy that little tunnel. As of right now, I'm quite cautious, so forgive me if I'm not doing anything too well. But this is what I feel comfortable with, and that's what it's about, I think. Open her up a little bit. A lot of water around and some icy bits as well, a bit of slush here and there, so I'll be cautious of that. a beautiful spot around here. Very lucky, some nice little roads, nice little bit of countryside. Through the wet patch again. I'd love to know also what other people watch in terms of their videos. I enjoy, obviously, people like Itchy Boots. I think she's great. She does a fantastic job. Absolutely showing the world off to its best. And the worst at times, but especially in England. But yeah, love her stuff. Absolutely love it. So really inspired by that. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere near those sort of adventure levels at the moment. Maybe I never will. It's a big task to do that. But I also like the likes of Freddie Dobbs. I think he's great. Love his stuff. I'm quite inspired by what he does. Very beautifully shot with his partner Monica. Yeah, and there's quite a few others as well that I like. So I'll be keen to see what recommendations you have as well. If you've got any ideas, again, please drop them in the comments. I'd love to know what people are into, where they get their enjoyment from in terms of motorcycling. Cars, I love cars as well, so one of my big passions for all my life has been vehicles, particularly cars, to the extent that I do work in the car industry. I work for a major car manufacturer in the UK, which probably won't take too many guesses to guess what that is. Yeah, it's a thoroughly enjoyable job it is too, and I've done it for a long time now. Prior to that, I was in video games, and yeah, I've had a nice career, I must say. I'm very fortunate to do what I love doing. So there will be more videos on cars and hopefully more bikes. If I get any access to other bikes, I will try and record them. And I will also, hopefully, if I can, try and do some interviews with people. I think that's maybe a niche that isn't really exploited yet in the market for YouTube. I want to say in the market, it sounds really markety, and I'm not doing this as a business or money or anything. It's more to just record my adventures, things I do, things I like doing, and also people I know, because I do know some interesting people. People have been in the car industry particularly, and now in the motor industry, in the motorcycle industry as well. So I just think it might be an interesting thing to try and do if I can, is get some interviews with some people in the business, and try and interview them not just in the way that a journalist would, but in the way that a friend might, and also an insider, because I've worked in the industry now for 18 years. Prior to that, I worked in the games industry for 7 or 8 years. So, I think I have quite a bit of experience there, a lot of contacts. So let's see what comes of that. Could be interesting. that I want to do is obviously invest more in my equipment. So right now it's pretty basic stuff. I've just invested around about £300-400 and stuff, and that primarily is a DJI Osmo Nano, and so far so good. But this first video will be the test to see what you think, and I think also I have looked, or was looking at a Osmo 360. I think there's something I will probably invest in just to get more rounded, literally, shots, but not that super silly wide angle, but just some more shots from the front and the back, and just play around with it really. A lot that you can do with it. But the Nano gives us a lot of flexibility as well. I can do static stuff and stuff like this. And I think, you know, part of the fun as well as experimenting with all these different bits of equipment that everyone uses really for this sort of stuff. Let's say I'm new to it, so I'm new to motorbiking, I'm new to vlogging, so yeah, very keen to understand more and try and just learn really. One thing I really like about the motorbike community particularly, and I'm really getting a lot of enjoyment from, is just the fact that you drive along and when you see another bike you give them a nod. I absolutely love that. I think it's amazing. So you know, I think it just makes us all a better people if we're acknowledging our fellow humans. I don't expect us to all do that in cars. We'd be nodding and waving all the time, wouldn't we? But it's just a nice thing to do. So yeah, appreciate that. And I'm going to do, as well as the chats I mentioned, hopefully the interviews, the reviews of my cars, I might get more cars as well. So more bikes, more cars, just generally a bit of a, you know, motor, piston head type sort of thing going on really. If you're interested in cars and bikes, I think, you know, it's the sort of stuff you like. So it's stuff I like, so I'm just going to do what I like, and if no one else likes it, so be it. It doesn't cost anything to put it onto YouTube. It cost me a few quid in equipment and that's it. It's nothing really, is it? If nothing else, this also doubles up as a dash cam for my bike, so you know, at the end of the day I can justify it. So much water around. So much water. And maybe I'm an idiot for buying this bike. I don't know. I don't think this bike's too much for me. It's, you know, it's an 80 horsepower bike. It's not a crazy sports bike by any means, but it has that. What is she doing? It has that Ducati name and the style, and you know, it's everything I love about vehicles. It's the especially Italian vehicles. I've had several Alfa Romeos, a few Fiats, and they are just lovely things really. And with the Ducatis, I mean, they are the Ferraris, aren't they, of the bike world, let's be honest. Excuse me, there are plenty of bikes out there. that are gorgeous, and there's some lovely new bikes coming through that are absolutely gorgeous as well. But for me, this was a case of, do I want to go and get a 600, a Hornet or something? I don't know. But no, I wanted to go a little bit bigger than that. I didn't want to go crazy because I didn't want to think too heavy either. But yeah, for me, this is ideal at this point in my journey. So that's why I'm on this bike. It's a Monster 7960 Ducati. It wasn't expensive, it wasn't too pricey, it wasn't too cheap either, but I think in bike terms it probably was. You might recognise this. There's twice today now. And you may wonder what the purpose of this video is today. I mean, partly this is about just introducing myself, talking a load of bobbins, waffling on, but having a little cruise around the local area, maybe explaining what I'm doing, and yeah, hopefully you'll come back for more. As I say, we will do lots of different things, hopefully, and hopefully you'll be there for it. So, overall, thank you very much for watching this. As I say, please give us a like, please give us a subscribe. If I can get 20 subscribers off this first video, I think I'll be doing very well. If I get 20 views, I'll be doing very well, but let's see how it goes. And then each week, if it gets more popular, we'll put a little target and we'll see if we can raise that target quite quickly. That'd be nice, but if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. Let's say, I'm just doing it for myself, so no one else enjoys it. That's alright, I don't care. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye for now. Be lucky.